Forever. Dog.
Look, man. Where? Oh, I see. Wow. My. Bowen, look over there. Wow, is that culture? Yes.
My goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling.
Or should we say bonjour, ding dong?
Bonjour, ding dong.
Which is, of course, the French way to say it.
Well, yeah, I guess I was going to say it's tuk tuk, but that's knock knock.
Tuk tuk.
Which is different than ding dong.
Well, it's often, when songs get translated from other languages, you don't get the exact words.
Sure.
So I'm sure that if we were to go up to France or up to Montreal again, we might even think to begin the podcast, tuk tuk, Las Culturistas calling.
Yeah.
And that could be the way we do it.
Absolutely. So it's just Matt and I in the studio for now, but we're about to go into our live episode that we recorded at Just for Laughs just this past weekend.
Which
in
is
July.
the reason for all the French shit.
For all the French shit, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the reason. So we had a great time there. We performed a Divas version of I Don't Think So, Honey.
Mm-hmm.
It was truly phenomenal. We opened with That's the Way It Is by Celine Dion. We closed with It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion.
Yes. Lots of really, really fun stuff in that show.
Truly. And so we had booked Dulcé to do our podcast episode, just to have a normal interview podcast, one of the regular interviews podcast episodes. But this thing went down at the festival, Matt. Do you want to just preface it a little bit?
Yes. Okay, so Dulcé, along with Jabuki Young White, Joel Kim Booster, Amanda Seales, so many amazing
Julio
comedians. Torres, Taylor Tomlinson, lots and lots of amazing people were all named as variety comics to watch. They picked 10 people that are going to be rising comics to watch. And a little bit of drama went down when they all got together in the panel that was preceding the performance.
Yes.
I guess they chose this one guy who you may have heard about now. His name is Darren Knight. He goes by largely he performs as a character called Southern Mama.
Yeah, that's
which
his like pseudonym character, Southern Mama. Yeah.
And he's very popular on YouTube,
Yes.
we hear.
And he has a very, let's say, just red state fan base.
Yeah, I would say. And, speculation as to why he was even chosen for this. Apparently, they always try to,
hit their demos.
And also, involve social media, quote unquote, comedians.
Sure.
Because in today's age, you can't just ignore the fact that they have tons of fans. And,
Sure.
You do have to acknowledge the fact that a lot of content is being consumed online. And that means it's solely being created online.
Sure.
So I guess that was the point of view on involving someone like this in the festival. However, it turned out that he not only cannot perform live, but he is also has some ideals and beliefs that really don't belong on the stage at all and don't deserve a platform.
No. So basically what happened at the panel, just for context, just because this will just inform everything that eventually gets talked about in the podcast, his manager enters the backstage area of the panel, starts sort of accosting and interrogating some of the other people, like Dulcé, about their social media followings. Dulcé's like, that doesn't really matter to me. I'm on TV. I'm fine. Manager walks out. Darren, Southern Mama, comes back in, says, what the fuck was that? Well,
You were disrespectful.
You were disrespectful.
I mean, this is loose quotes, you guys. I mean, we weren't there. We heard from secondhand sources, but there was an altercation before the panel that was just totally unnecessary.
That just carried over into the actual panel when Southern Mama said something to the effect of, race has no place in comedy. There should be no commentary of that sort in comedic performance.
Yeah, on a panel with almost all POC comedians.
And queer comedians, including Julio and Jabuki and Joel. So they sort of all openly rebuked that. And then that night was the actual showcase where they all did stand-up sets, and Matt and I got to go. And everyone killed
it. I mean, they had such amazing sets. It was such an exciting night up until well, it was still exciting to watch this guy fucking eat shit.
Well, yeah, and so basically with all the drama that surrounded the panel, Southern Mama was sort of sequestered in his own green room to not have any sort of interactions with the rest of the comics.
Yeah.
And then he was given the option to not perform, according to our sources, Joel. He was given the option. The YouTubers have the option to not perform at the showcase live, and yet Darren Knight still opted into performing. So everyone crushes. Joel finishes his set, does amazing, and then Darren Knight comes on. Chris Redd's hosting this whole thing. Chris Redd brings Darren Knight on. Darren Knight just spends the first 5 minutes just apologizing, saying, I'm so nervous. Does not remember the name of the festival. He says, thanks y'all so much to...
Thanks so much to Laughs. It was like Laughs, and people are like, just for laughs. And then I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what you thought, but maybe this is some sort of
like a Kaufman-esque thing.
Like anti-comedy, whatever bullshit. Like, like some sort of like roundabout way of getting to a joke or some comedy element in the... But then it kind of just became clear, like
we're sitting in this room with one of the masters, Brett Davis, the Kaufman-esque masters of this kind of. But this was not what was happening.
It was not that. So basically, he eventually does like I guess 5 or so minutes of does anyone ever have to shit humor, and it was I guess maybe funny for some people in the middle of the country. I'm not going to sit here and attack the comedic taste of people who like bad shit.
I love shit humor.
Right, but you know what? It was awful. I mean,
was
like
awful. It was just a stream of consciousness, just nonsense after a while. And then so then he bombs the whole time, and then he ends his set by saying, I just want to thank you all so much for having me. By the way, I want to say that race and sexuality have no place in comedy. People aren't paying to see that shit. At which point, everyone in the audience,
cathartically booed.
Especially in our area, started booing him.
Yeah.
And I've never booed someone off
Never.
the stage
I've never felt the instinct to have to encourage someone off the stage.
Like, it
was just like, it was so egregious. Like, it was such a display blatantly of racism. And what I've been saying too is like, God fucking damn it. Like this year, like of all years, like of course, like we'd send up our best, you know what I mean? Quote unquote. And then that's going to be a fucking, it just takes the conversation away from all the amazing comics who crushed and who then received him when he came off stage. And then I guess we'll kind of let Dulcé get into that.
Yeah.
But she does discuss it in her I Don't Think So Honey later. And it was truly an I Don't Think So Honey moment.
It was an unprecedented I Don't Think So Honey, clocking in at 4 minutes and 20 seconds just by coincidence.
Yeah, but we let her go because, we didn't want to push for the tea about this because she probably had been asked so many questions about it. I mean, it was a huge deal.
We got her interview. She came on the day of this all blowing up, like the morning after. So she had just been hounded by everybody. Amanda Seales posted it to her Instagram story. Her following sort of jumped all over it. So she was a little, we weren't sure whether or not to we weren't sure how to gauge that. So we just didn't really bring that up until she did at the very end in her I Don't Think So Honey. But and we have a great conversation with her.
We have an awesome conversation with her. It's very true nerd queen.
Oh, she's a sci-fi queen.
Wizardress, Sorceress, dress.
There you go.
And I am very excited to share this episode.
She's delightful. We get into Drag Race. She's a big Drag Race super fan.
Yes, but we wanted to make sure that you guys knew the tea on this whole Southern Mama situation because we were there, and it gets addressed later on in the episode, kind of like familiarly, because I think everyone in the audience was very aware of the situation.
Yes.
But it kind of blew up on social media, so you may be aware of it, you may not. But that's what happened. That's what went down.
But we are so happy with this episode. We hope you enjoyed as much as we did.
And if you came out to see it while you were in Montreal, or all our friends up there in Montreal, thank you for coming.
Thanks
so
much
for enjoying the live show.
All right, bye.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling! Because we have to do it because it's being recorded for the pod. So.
Yeah, for posterity. So this is fun. Many people will listen to this, but in this moment, we're all dressed.
Right, exactly.
Here. How are we all doing tonight? All right? We're good? This afternoon? Good. Great.
I want to give some insights and behind the scenes tea. Usually what happens is Bowen will sit down, he'll look me dead in the eyes, and he'll say 3, 2, 1. So it's usually not that chaotic.
No.
Usually it's very clean. Okay, can I... These shirts, I'm very happy.
Wonderful.
This is a good, this is a gay shirt,
It's
too.
in the same neighborhood. Yeah. This is like pansexual architect.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's you in a way.
A little bit,
How would you break this down besides just gay? Because I want to be more dynamic than that, even if I'm not.
Yeah. Gay guy on an acid trip closing his eyes, and that's what he sees. And then he was like, I'll print that on a shirt. And there it is.
I love it.
Okay. Anyway, we're so happy to be here in Montreal. How is everybody? I've already asked. Great. It's so cool.
We've been enjoying our time.
We have. It's weird for me because I grew up here.
It's weird.
It's true. I grew up in Brossard. Yeah. I did. And then I grew up in Brossard. I spent 1 year in Longueuil. And then I took we would always take the Pont Champlain into Centreville.
Oh, yeah.
And I would take in all of the racism. And it was so beautiful. It was so nice.
We had a lot of that on Long Island, too.
Oh, the
racism.
The racism.
I can't do the French accent, you guys.
I think you can't. But okay, so I've been like dropping little bits of French here and there while we've been here, and then Matt will just in an effort of one-upsmanship, I think.
No, it's not. It's wannabe participant.
No, okay. So then Matt will say, Matt, go.
What am I saying? Okay, so you say a French word and I'll repeat.
Ah, la piscine.
Ah, la piscine.
But
that was good.
That was good. But then Matt will. What I was trying to get you to do is Matt's been trying this out. This new catchphrase, his French catchphrase. He says, "Je suis la jeune fille."
Okay, je suis la jeune fille, which means I am the little girl.
Yes,
I guess.
the young.
All right. Yeah. Does anyone remember the commercial? Yes. Thank you. It's the commercial with the little girl. It was like a Hooked on Phonics type situation. Muffy. There was a series of tapes or audio tapes with, I think, kids that had difficulties in the classroom.
Yeah.
Because not everyone just soars through. Like this audience looks like a very smart elementary
gifted
school,
and
talented audience.
Absolutely.
But some kids, they need a little bit more help. And this was for language learning. And this young girl stepped forward and said, "Je suis la jeune fille." And then the icon, who was that woman who we only the two of us know. But she said, "Yes, that's French she's speaking." And this commercial played for 15 years.
Wow.
All the time.
Amazing.
I'm like Nickelodeon, right? These kids are American,
and like they would never play this here. So I miss that growing up here.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, it's fun. I love it here though.
I love it here too.
I hate it. Yes,
we're not like gonna stay, but like we do like it.
We do like it. I like growing up was tough with French Canadian people, but they were ultimately very nice. And I think French Canadians are like white trash chic. Like that's like the vibe. It's so nice.
They're a little cold. I will say we just went out.
But they're pretty. Like
they're gorgeous and
gorgeous
cold.
People. Gorgeous and cold.
Gorgeous cold
Aloof.
people. And we just were outside because we're going to do a show later. We're going to do a variant on our I Don't Think So Honey live shows, which is
So fun.
It's going to be called I Don't Think So Honey Divas Edition.
Yes.
And so we're opening the show with a Celine Dion song. We're going to sing "That's the Way It Is." And that will be the way it is, except probably like a step lower because I always start things a little too high.
We rehearsed at 2:30 and it became this impromptu concert.
And a lot of people stayed and like really watched, and then we sang "It's All Coming Back to Me Now."
Yeah, but I kept telling them like this is just a rehearsal. This is not supposed to be inherently funny.
Right.
Like there's the comedy it's flanking the actual comedy,
which is fine because they did not think it was funny anyway.
Yeah.
They stood there and really just kind of. And we said, do you think Bowen was like, do you think they enjoyed it? And I was like, I think they were French Canadian.
Yeah.
I think they were just like, just hanging out.
Just hanging out. The festival's been fun. Just for a little glimpse into like what it's like as performers, you just have the same conversation with a million different people.
Yeah, industry people. It's a lot of the same conversations.
It all blends together. It's like True TV,
APA,
the gala,
WME, but you know.
When did you get in?
Oh, it's Saturday today. Yeah, tomorrow. Amanda. Did you meet Amanda?
Amanda.
You know Amanda, right?
We've met. We talked 7 years ago. You should remember.
7 years ago we met. New York.
Where are you based?
Tomorrow I'm going.
Oh my God.
None of them are here.
How is your flight? What is?
I
don't know. Okay, what is? How is your flight? Like, what are they? What is the?
We made it.
What's the core of that question?
I think they want to know. I think when people ask how was your flight, they want to know if you experienced turbulence on the flight. That's what I think they're asking.
Okay.
However, my problems with the flight are never turbulence. Like I always think.
I know what your deal is. What is that?
Well, actually, wait. Maybe it's gonna be my I Don't Think So Honey in just 40 minutes.
Great. But wait, you have this funny flight story of this woman who.
Oh, okay, yes. There was a woman on a flight that I was on, and she barked throughout the flight, like a dog. How they bark. This is how the woman barked. like, ruff, ruff, ruff. And I thought that was funny. And then someone was like, she probably had something wrong with her. And I was like, yeah, but it's still funny that a woman was barking on a plane. Like, I'm sorry. I'm always going to laugh at a woman barking on a flight. Like, it could be a disease. I do think it's funny.
Yeah.
It makes me problematic in this age. That's just going to be the hill I die on.
Yeah.
Women barking on Seattle-bound flights from New York throughout the flight
I think it's so
is funny to me.
Because she was doing like little...
Ruff, ruff. And like it was at the point where everyone was turning around like, no, bitch, shut up. Stop barking. And she was just like, ruff, ruff. And then I think she said it was a sneeze. I was like, what did you know? I think she wanted to be barking.
That's cute.
She was that bitch who was barking on the flight.
Yeah, there's always that bitch. I mean, like that's what I wish I had a story like that of a flight that I could just tell people when they ask me, how was your flight? And I'll say, there was a woman who was barking. Anyway.
It was like the narrative of the flight. And it was a shared experience for everyone.
Love that.
Yeah, I love that.
Anyway, I think it's time that we get this show going.
We're going to get this show going, and for that, we're going to sit.
Oh, wow.
Can you believe we stood the whole time?
Well, we're going to stand back up to welcome our guest, but that's okay.
In just seconds, we'll stand up again. Okay, I'm very excited.
I'm very
about
excited
this
she's
guest.
here. She has so many great credits. As we say on the show, the credits come rolling down.
They come rolling down.
You've seen her on Comedy Knockout. You've seen her on At Midnight. She is a correspondent on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah.
Currently here as one of Variety's comics to watch, and we are watching and we are enjoying, and we will continue to watch.
And please welcome to the stage,
Dulcé Sloan.
Dulcé.
Bring the tea.
Oh, bring the tea, and she has
Bring
tea.
the tea.
Bring the tea. Bring the tea. Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Always spilling.
We're spilling. We're spilling. Okay,
Always
but
bringing tea. Kimono on. Hair lifted. Let's go.
Here we go.
Yes.
Hair lifted. Okay, but talk about the tea because we helped you assemble this backstage.
Yes, I due to the devil trying to defeat me, I arrived in this beautiful country and my voice left. So this is better than past years. At least I can still actually speak and commiserate and communicate with the humans. But we were backstage. I was like, somebody's like, let's make some tea for you. And I was like, oh, girl, just a little hot water, a little honey, and just to see a white woman move so fast.
Aaron Gibson of Throwing Shade.
Thank you.
Aaron Gibson of Throwing Shade helped.
Offered to make tea. I was like,
Yes,
girl, your
yes.
talent.
Yeah.
For someone she's never met in my time of need was truly beautiful
It's truly beautiful.
in today's times.
Now,
so
you were
great.
telling us that you were at a restaurant the other night and, like, instead of honey, they had a glucose spread.
Okay, so I have been fighting this for the past couple. It was like, if you ever get hoarse, if you're losing your voice not because of sickness but because of fatigue, never use lemon because it dries your vocal cords out. It makes it worse.
Oh, shit.
You need the honey because the honey keeps the moisture on your vocal cords. So yeah, if you're using lemon, you're like, what's going on? Like, you're just fucking yourself up.
Where did you learn this?
I learned this last year when I had to sing on the Comedy Jam, and my voice was fucked up. And my manager called a vocal teacher, and she was the voice of Belle in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Wait.
come on. Wait, what's her
What's
name?
her name again?
Is that
I don't know. I don't ever know anybody's
Gaze?
name. But
No? Useless.
so I mean, that's a deep. Come on, gays, get your life together. You look very cute.
They look so cute.
So cute.
But I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna listen to what she says.
Yeah.
Because
and she said no lemon?
She said never.
And then
lemon.
what you just said something that I think is...
And she said ibuprofen too. You need any
No
anti-inflammatory because what your body is doing is it's like all the muscles around it are inflaming, so you don't fuck your vocal cords completely.
Right.
So your body's like, all right, let me just get fat for a little bit. And
Your voice gets nice and fat.
I do want to go back and I want you to say again, lemons, you take a lemon, you're fucking yourself over?
Yes.
Great. Okay, rule number 27 of culture.
You take a lemon, you're fucking yourself over. You know,
Yes.
Mariah Carey says you're supposed to have hot tea with honey and lemon, and I guess she's wrong, and I guess that's the reason why.
But
Now we know, Mariah.
it might be if it's not. It depends on what symptoms she's working with.
Crazy.
Crazy. I've been crazy. I'm not Mariah Carey crazy because
Right.
I've never been that rich. But praise God, it's coming.
Someday soon.
But yeah, so we're in the restaurant yesterday, and I was like, oh, they kept giving us. We ordered tea, and I was like, can I add some honey? They brought us honey, and then we ordered onion rings, and they also brought us honey. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why fuck I need honey with onion rings? He's like, this is how we serve them. I was like, all right, let's see what happened. And we ate it, and I was like, you right, Canada.
Yeah.
You absolutely accurate in this.
Wow.
But I was like, oh, let's see what's in this honey. I was like, wait a minute. And it said honey and glucose spread.
Oh. What is the glucose spread? What is that?
That ain't.
Is what? Okay,
Glucose is sugar.
That's a
Yeah,
sugar
right.
spread.
Anything that ends in cose is a sugar. So sucrose, sucralose,
Right.
glucose, it's all a sugar.
That's rule of science number 3. Anything that ends in os
is
that's
a sugar.
I be reading and shit. Food labels. I be reading food labels. And I watch a lot of PBS.
Okay, so you would say what is it, to be right-brained? Is that like when you know a lot of science shit?
That's left
okay.
brain, I believe. Left brain, culturistas back me up. I see some nuts.
Left-
That's
don't
all I
know.
need.
But
My
I'm
man
real,
is
That's
like, I don't
right. Damn it.
but I'm like real creative and stuff.
Yeah, okay, there
So
we go.
like maybe I'm like middle brain.
Middle brain.
Middle brain.
Maybe left, right, left brain.
Nice.
I don't know.
You're a scientist.
No, but here's the thing. I didn't care for the brain in the past, but I tripped on acid a couple weeks ago, and now this is all I can think about. Well, like my brain, because apparently
You can only think about your brain?
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like with acid, all your lobes are talking to each other.
Oh, shit.
Like new connections are forming because in ways that haven't formed before. This is real. This is science, and
It's not
ego
like white
dysfunction.
people science.
It's not like white people science. Although, yeah, I was.
Were
it
you
might
with
be
a
white
bunch
people
of
science.
white gays on the beach?
It was like 3 white gays, 1 Asian gay,
Oh,
1 Jewish gay,
still white.
still white, and fine, it was all white gays. But there was 1 other Asian gay. It was Joel Kim Booster. He's right there. Matt's biracial. Oh yeah.
Not this, Matt.
Not this Matt. There was another Matt there who was biracial, but still.
What is he?
Half black, half Jewish. Yeah.
Ooh.
Someone
deep
said
as-
nice.
That's a lot of sorrow. That's a lot of sorrow. That's a lot
It's
of
a lot of
oppression.
sorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sorrow.
Have you ever dabbled in acid or hallucinogenic? Is that what that
No,
is?
I'm a Christian too.
Oh, shit.
I am black, so they don't let us do any of that.
Yeah.
No, that we are not allowed
Mm-hmm.
to do any of those things. It's like weed, because weed makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's a plant. I smoke that. Crack, because it came from a plant,
Right.
and you mix it with baking soda. We know what that is,
Makes sense.
so you can smoke that.
Yep.
That acid, we don't know where that comes from.
Well, the acid was in Oreos.
What?
Does that make sense?
You don't get the acid from
I
Oreos.
know, but they dropped it into an Oreo cookie and we just put it in our mouths, and that was.
I know
it.
somebody who sells, mind you, this man's in his 40s, sells Tootsie Rolls that have been like dipped in shrooms.
No.
So like it's infused with the shroom, and then when you eat the Tootsie Roll, you're like, ooh, Tootsie Roll.
Wow. But do
I don't
people-
know about shrooms. Is there a difference between shrooms and acid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Acid is.
I have one drug. It's marijuana. Each day.
Each day.
Each day.
I don't smoke weed.
You don't smoke weed?
I don't like how I feel.
Well, you have vocal issues.
Facts. But I smoke cigarettes, which is probably the reason.
Dulcé.
Listen, I'm also overweight. What do you want from me?
Listen.
I bummed a cigarette off Dulcé last night.
I can tell you I smoke way less than I used to, and I'm like trying to quit because they cost too much in New York.
That's true.
Okay, what's the cycle? I was talking to someone last night where it's like, I'm gonna quit, so I might as well buy my last pack. It's that
That's so
fucking. It's so
fucking
fucked up. It
stupid.
makes no sense.
I don't give myself the lie of the last pack. I don't feel like smoking today. Like sometimes I don't smoke all day because I just don't want a cigarette. And then other days I'm like, and then I'm a chimney. So it just depends on, because usually I can go all day without smoking, and then I'll eat something. And I'm like, I'm gonna need a cigarette. But sometimes I'm so busy at work they don't have time to go outside and smoke, so I smoke less. But I've just been so busy just because right before the night before I came here, I only had like 3 hours of sleep. And then I've been like just real busy at work. So my voice was already tired.
Yeah.
And then I flew and didn't get any sleep. And then was stressed out about all the shows that I had to do. And just like, I got to pack this. I got to make sure I got the paperwork. Make sure they'll let me in fucking Canada.
They didn't look at the paperwork for me. They didn't
They
fucking
didn't
ask
even
for the
look
paperwork.
at our paperwork, and he went to the trouble of going to the FedEx and printing out the papers.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they didn't look at it. Anyway.
Now, mind you, they don't stamp your passport anymore
Yeah.
unless you ask them very nicely.
They didn't stamp ours either. I didn't get any of the experience.
I gave the man the paperwork, and I was like, you don't stamp my passport? He's like, oh, no, if you want a passport stamp, you go to him. And I went to the other man, and I was like, can I have a passport stamp, please? He's like, oh, you want on this page? Which one page you want? I tell you. You tell me what page you want. And I was like, oh, right there is nice. It's next to the other one. It's like, okay. Like, they don't give a shit. Winnipeg, Canada, never go. Fuck that place up. It burns down. Fuck.
What's bad
that
about
place.
Winnipeg?
Burn it down.
Talk about
Burn
Winnipeg.
it down.
Talk about
that
Winnipeg.
whole ass motherfucker that worked in that airport, you bitch-made man. Listen. I get there, I have my earbud in, I'm on a conference call, I'm trying to get off this call. I'm like, here, take this paperwork. This bitch motherfucker decides, writes a thing, and I'm like, I don't know what these codes mean on these damn piece of paper. I don't work for the government, okay? So I get through, and the lady's like, I'm usually supposed to walk in, and you hand the people the paper, and then you go through the door. He was like, oh no, you go that way. I said, what way? Immigration. Why am I going to immigration? I'm an American. The fuck are you talking about? So the dude made me sit in there. Then I wasn't getting helped because they were terrorizing this dirty family and this black lady. And when I say dirty family, I mean father, mother, 2 children. Just dirty. And it's like bohemian dirty.
Dirty on purpose.
So like all their clothes were too loose
Yep.
and too colorful. And they're saying like, oh, we're females. I'm like, nah, y'all niggas in a cult. So they look like cult people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know the type.
We're not gonna send our kids to school or all this other shit. You're like, send them kids to school. They're gonna be real fucking weird. They're gonna get married to each other. Calm down.
So what happened with this person?
So this motherfucker tries to flex even harder when I haven't gotten helped yet. So I sent him my paperwork. He's like, oh, you have any felonies? I said, I'm a Christian, because that's always my response. And he's fucking with me, looking at my paperwork, fuck with me. And so he's like, oh, everything came back fine. I'm like, I know that, because I told you I'm not a criminal. And then he was like, okay, this is fine. And he was like, oh, and like maybe like next time when you come to the window, you probably shouldn't be on the phone. I said, oh, that's the problem.
That's it.
That I was on the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, you felt disrespected? Stamp my passport so I can get up out of here. He was taking it out the case, and I saw him go, ugh. Like, he almost dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And he's like, oh, that wasn't a problem. I said, yes, it was. So I remembered his name, and I had a show that night. And I don't know, it was like, I can't remember his name because I block out traumatic things. And I was on the show talking about this awful ass customs agent. And a dude in the audience came up to me and was like, oh yeah, I work with him. He is an asshole. He does that to people all the fucking time as a power trip.
Wow.
And I was like, look at God.
Look at
Look at
God.
God. So we can't burn down Winnipeg because there was that one good soul there.
Yeah.
I guess.
It was
Let's
the
let Winnipeg
gatekeeper
stand.
into
It's
Winnipeg.
the Midwest of, like, when you come to
Sure.
Montreal, you feel like you're in another country.
Yeah.
At
When
home.
you go to Winnipeg, you feel like you're in St. Louis.
Everyone should everyone should do a fun little Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia trip, like a New
Like very
Brunswick
Anne of
trip.
Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables. You go to the Anne of Green Gables house. It's so
hated
nice.
them. I hated that.
But it's cute. I never read
It
the book.
stayed on PBS, fucking Wonderworks and that damn girl. Oh, you know the fuck I'm talking about, because all they showed was Anne of Green Gables and fucking Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. Y'all got 2 shows that have been on since 1984. The fuck is you talking about?
Oh my God.
Old snitching ass little boy with his Turkish delight. Fuck that movie too.
The Turkish delight. Tilda Swinton giving him a Turkish
You know,
delight.
when I tried Turkish Delights like years later, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. It was a very popular treat amongst those those kids.
And then what
I tried it,
happened?
and it was fucking bad.
Dude.
Turkish delights suck.
My mama bought some, and she was like, girl, we got this Turkish delight. You know the little boy from the movie? Like the little boy from the movie. We got a little Turkish delight like the little boy from the movie.
He couldn't resist
And I was like,
them.
yes, mama, Turkish delight, girl. We got it
Turkish
from the movie.
delight, Turkish delight, yeah.
So she got a bunch of, she got like an assorted flavor box, right? And so we looking at the wrapper, and we're like, lavender,
What?
rose, lemon. Okay, we know lemon.
We know lemon.
We know citrus, right? Pistachio.
No.
This is gelatin. How'd you do this? So it's like rose and lavender flavored gelatin, coated in nasty powdered sugar.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you fuck up powdered sugar, cause it's sugar. But and they were like, girl, let's try this. And we both take a bite. And we're like, why? And so, and I was like, okay, we're Americans. We don't eat florals, right? Like anytime somebody comes to give me lavender or anything, I'm like, I'm not eating a Glade plug-in. I'm not doing this with you.
No.
So we're like, well, let's try the lemon. She's like, this is still wrong too. How you mess lemon up? It's the most basic flavor.
Yep.
Ugh.
Everybody knows what a lemon tastes like. I can't tell you what roses taste like. I'm not a bird.
No.
I'm not a bird.
Lemon is up there with cherry and grape as far as popular flavors go.
And we all know grape don't taste like grapes. It tastes like purple.
It doesn't.
We all know that.
Yeah,
Yes, it does taste like purple.
Tastes like purple.
Yeah.
So we were very upset.
I mean, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, just...
And they made him the prince. That
Yeah.
one who liked the Turkish delight.
The little snitching ass boy.
Yeah.
I think, was he the one in the silver chair or something? Like, I don't know. I didn't follow it.
I didn't even know there was more books than the one Lion, the Witch, and the
Oh,
Wardrobe.
yeah,
But there's a whole
sure.
bunch of books.
There's a
But
bunch.
then my mama literally said, I got the candy that the snitching ass boy was eating. From the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Did you see the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe movie?
I did.
new one,
Because she
yeah.
wanted to go. And I was like, okay. And I remember watching it and her going, that lion is too big.
Aslan was too big.
I was like, Mommy, she's like, no. I know how big a lion is. This lion is dinosaur big.
But he's supposed to
He's
represent God.
Yeah, he was
That's
God.
why my mom
He's
wanted to go
God
because,
big.
you know, we saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. So
Yeah.
we were like, oh, we got to go see this movie. We got to see this movie. And then she's like, she liked the movie. But at the same time, when that little boy flipped on his siblings, me and my mom both went, oh, bitch ass little boy.
Yeah.
And you knew it was coming.
No, it was coming. And I was like, because they're like, oh, they're trying to confront him. Me and my mama only ones in the movie theater going, whoop his ass.
Yeah. They took
Whoop
him back.
his ass.
They took him back. It was ridiculous.
Crazy. I would
He
never
should be
do
glad
that.
they weren't black siblings because we'd have whooped his ass.
There
Yeah.
you go. Okay, it sounds like we're talking about culture that you grew up with. Dulcé, we're going to ask you what we ask all of our guests every episode.
True.
What was the culture that made you say, culture is for me?
What was my favorite thing to watch growing up? Okay, one of my two favorite shows growing up was this British sci-fi show called Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf.
And
Red Dwarf
I'm so glad I'm in
fans?
Canada because no one in the United States knows what the fuck I'm talking
I've never
about.
watched Red Dwarf. Yeah, okay.
It is absolutely, it's very hard to describe to people because people think you're crazy. When
Try.
you tell me you like
Try
them.
us.
Go
But
on.
basically, okay, so, and y'all have to help me if I fuck this up, but it was my favorite because it came on from like 1987 until like, they just did it 11, they're doing a 12th season, I think like right now.
Whoa.
So,
12?
yeah, it's a British show. So their seasons only have like maybe 4, 6, maybe 8 episodes.
Shit.
So the show is set. So there's this bummy ass dude, David Lister. He gets put in stasis because he won't get rid of his cat. And
You're crazy. You're crazy. I already think you're crazy.
he's a bummy ass dude. All he eats is curries and drinks beer all day. Is all he does. He's a mixed race dude.
Uh-huh.
So the main character of the show is a mixed race guy, and so he won't get rid of his cat. And so they're like, "Listen, you got this cat. It's not healthy. It's not quarantined. You can't keep it. You found out the cat's pregnant." So he hides the cat in the wall. And there's this guy he works with called David Rimmer. Not David Rimmer. Arnold Rimmer. So Lister and Arnold Rimmer. Rimmer's a complete out. You know the dude at like a job who wants to be better than what he is.
Yeah.
But doesn't have the skill or the ability to do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's this asshole dude, and they're the lowest rank on this. They're on a spaceship. It's a mining ship. I told you, I said it's a sci-fi show.
Oh,
Hence
okay.
Spaceship.
Okay,
Now the
yeah.
spaceship makes sense.
Right. So they're in this they're on a mining ship called Red Dwarf, and so he works together. They're repairmen on the ship.
Okay.
So Lister gets in trouble because he won't get rid of his cat, and he's like, give me, because he gets called into the captain's office. He's like, give me the cat. He's like, what are you gonna do with him? He's like, I'm gonna cut him up
Why?
and experiment on it.
No.
And to see if there are any diseases. He's like, okay, but can you put it back together and give it to me? And he's like, no, the cat will be dead.
It's not
like,
that sci-fi.
right. And he's like, then I'm not giving you my cat.
Yeah, this is a good conversation.
You
very
can't
clear.
have my cat, right?
Yeah.
And so this is like the pilot episode. And
Inciting all the drama for the whole series.
right. And so he's like, fuck that. And so they're like, okay, if you don't, for as a punishment, basically the jail that they have is they put you into stasis. So they freeze time for you.
Oh.
Oh.
So you don't get paid for anything because you're frozen in fucking time.
Right.
So they're like, you're gonna forfeit 18 months' wages if you don't, because he violated the quarantine. He's like, this cat could bring any type of disease on here and we'll all be sick as fuck. He's like, yeah, cool, but no. And the cat's name is Frankenstein. So
Are we given like a reason to really love the cat? Like, is it a smart cat? Does the cat have a personality?
it's just a pregnant cat, and it's his pet. He's like, he
Wow.
doesn't have anything like.
Pregnancy is a character trait.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's like, this is
A lot
my
of network
pet.
television shows
He's like, I
believe that.
smuggled this pet on here. Like, this is my this is my cat.
Okay.
And so he hides the cat like basically like in the wall in his room, and they put him in a stasis because like he can't because at one point he can't find it, and the cat hides in the wall. She gives birth while he's in stasis.
Wow.
The problem is the dude that he's working with, Rimmer, is completely incompetent. Now, Lister is the guy I'm talking about. Rimmer's the dude who's incompetent. I know that much.
Sir?
So, Rimmer's the dude who's incompetent, and he's supposed to be sticking something called the drive plate, which stops radiation from leaking onto the ship.
There's so much world building in this.
Hold on.
It's crazy.
I'm almost done.
Okay, no.
And
I
so-
love it. I love it.
Oh, it's ridiculous. So, Rimmer fixes the drive plate wrong.
Oh,
Okay.
Rimmer.
Radiation sweeps the ship,
No.
Everyone?
kills everyone instantly,
Fuck.
while Lister is in stasis.
Oh my
So
god.
Lister lives.
So Lister lives, and there's also on the ship, there's a hologram that runs, there is not a hologram, it's what the fuck is it called?
Android?
It's called Holly, but it's the ship's computer,
There you go.
but it talks to you. And
like
it's
a
a very
Siri.
it's a Cockney man, which is very fucking funny to me.
Cute.
But, so, he was supposed to be in stasis for 18 months, but they had to wait for all the radiation to hit a safe level on the ship.
Yeah.
So he ends up being in stasis for 3 million years.
Oh my god.
So,
Never to see his cat?
watch what happens.
Oh my god, watch what happens.
So he gets out, and there are these white piles of dust
Oh
all
no.
over the ship.
The people.
The people.
Oh,
so
my
he just
God!
but like I said, he's a bum. So he's just walking around going, "What's this? What's this?"
Oh my god. That's a
Listen.
comedic moment for the audience.
Right. And so, but you don't know what it is either.
Oh,
So Holly goes. He's
I
like,
guess I did.
He's like, I gotta tell you something. He's like, how long have I been? He's like, where's everybody at? He's like, okay, listen, you know how you were supposed to be in stasis for 18 months? He's like, yeah. He's like, you've been in stasis for 3 million years. He's like, what? He said, is everybody dead? He's like, I don't know. He's like, you're an all-knowing computer. He's like, yeah, but we're also in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know. And so he's like, well, what's going on? And he's like, well, and he just looks over at this one pile and he wipes it off and he's like, hey, man, you might not want to do that. That's Ensign Jenkins. He's like, what the fuck? I've been eating everybody on this ship for the past hour. You didn't even fucking tell me. So then his homeboy rolls in. Because the person because if someone dies while they're on this mission,
Yes.
they can bring them back as a hologram.
Oh, of course.
I was gonna say then like okay,
Right,
great.
because you can't have a
So
show where
Rimmer's
it's just
dead?
You
so
can't have a
Rimmer's
show with
dead,
just him, yeah.
But they bring him back as a hologram.
Got it.
Ooh.
And then he blames Lister for him being dead.
Oh.
Because of like, if you were not in stasis, you could have helped me. And he was like, no, you're incompetent. You'd
Yeah.
have fucked it up anyway. So they're talking to each other, and then a character called the Cat, who becomes called the cat. It's a black dude who's basically dressed like Little Richard. He has these gorgeous suits on, and he has this big coiffed hair.
Love that.
And he looks up, and he's like, so he comes in, because he's just been strolling around the ship, and Rimmer and Lister don't expect him to life form on the ship. And he goes, uh-oh, better make myself look big. So then you realize this is the fucking cat.
Oh!
So he tells the history of what happened. So the cat Frankenstein gave birth.
God, this is all in the pilot?
This is all in the pilot. So Frankenstein gives birth, his cat, in the hold of the ship. And he's like, well, you know how humans are supposed to be descended from apes. These people are descended from cats.
Oh my God. Okay, cool.
But he does. But
What's the natural selection on the ship? What is that?
Imagine if a cat became a person.
Yeah, it'd be
It'd be the
shit.
vainest thing you've ever seen.
Yes, honey.
So he always has these designer fucking suits on.
Amazing.
Yes.
His hair is always done.
Yes,
And then like in
Little
another
Richard.
right. And like the next episode you see him, he's got this little like aerator, looks like perfume, and he's walking through the ship going, this is mine. This is mine. So he's marking his territory.
Wow.
But
I
it's
love
in this
that.
little thing, and it's like, so he learns, like, and then Lister finds out the later history of it. But in the pilot, and so the cat shows up, and then he tells them, like, oh, I'm descended from Frankenstein. And they're like, what? And then that's the end of the first episode.
That's creative.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. And then, like, they find an android later.
Yeah,
Yeah, give it up. That was a masterful synopsis of the first episode.
We're gonna buy it. We want to buy it. We
I'm
want to
gonna
reboot
watch.
it.
It's so funny because, like, the cat's, like, it's great. Because, like, the lines that the cat has, like, Rimmer stole Lister's cigarettes as a way to, like, make him do what he wants him to do.
Great.
And the cat finds him.
Yeah.
And so he's pushing this cart, like, dancing down the hallway. He's like, I got a shiny thing. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, these are mine. He's like, no, put those back. He's like, no. He said, he goes, you see this hand? It is mine. You see these things? They are mine. Like, I'm not. Then he finds a yo-yo one day. And that's funny as shit because it's how would an adult who's descended from cats interact with yo-yo?
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
him just down the hallway going, ah! And he's playing with this fucking yo-yo.
Oh
And
my
he's like, you know what it
God.
does? He's like, yeah, I do. He's like, you got the string up here and the shiny thing on the bottom.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
said,
yeah.
then here's the clever bit. You put the string on the bottom and the shiny thing's on top. He's like, all right, you know what? Live your life.
So you sound like decidedly like a sci-fi queen.
Yes, I like a lot of sci-fi stuff. I've never been down, but I'm a Star Trek person, not a Star Wars person.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
the dream of my
Conflict.
life is to be a Cleon in a Star Trek movie. But
Yes.
not these new fucking weird ass
okay, not the new-
dinosaur head Cleon.
You want a TNG
No.
Klingon?
No, I'm talking about TNG, like very Worf, very Dora sisters,
Yes.
very hair long, titties out. Like that's the Klingon.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I'm trying to be. I don't know these weird ones they got. And I don't like these new ones. I
Was Benedict Cumberbatch's character supposed to be a Klingon?
think he was supposed to be Khan, wasn't he?
Oh,
He was Khan, yeah.
but he was supposed to be the
honestly.
Ricardo Montalban Khan.
Okay.
It's a twist. He says, "I'm Khan" or something, right?
I think he does. I don't know. I ain't watched the movies.
I didn't watch the movie either. I liked the first movie because I saw the trailer and there was that shot of Chris Pine with his butt in the air, and I was like, I'll see that.
Yeah.
But then they didn't market it sexually, so I didn't see the
well,
other.
I don't
They
like
did
the
market it
J.
sexually,
And then
you
they
know?
made Sulu gay.
They made Sulu gay.
Yeah, which pissed off George Takei.
Yeah,
Even though he gay.
Even though
Why was George
gay.
Takei pressed about that?
Because he was like, what is the point of this?
Oh,
He was like,
okay.
this isn't how Gene Roddenberry wrote it.
Ugh.
But they're like, oh, we're trying to be inclusive. He's like, yeah, that's cute. But that's not the fucking point.
Yeah.
That's okay. So you're a Trekkie and a Red Dwarfie.
Yes.
Love
What is it against Star Wars?
I don't think I get it.
You don't get it. A family
I get it.
saga. It's
I
a
don't think
soap
I get
opera
it.
in space.
But so was Star Trek.
Well, I think I don't have anything against Star Trek, but I think it's confusing.
How?
Like there's so many worlds and so many like
Everything consists in this. There's always the same timeline. They started like Star Trek always went forward until
Very recently when they just did this CBS
when they
All
did
Access thing.
Voyager. Voyager was before, and then was it Voyager before? Which one was before? Enterprise. That's
Okay,
the one.
Enterprise was before.
Voyager. No, I wanted to watch Voyager, but that Janeway chick, I couldn't listen to her voice. I listened. I was very supportive, but she sounded like somebody was always slightly shaking her.
That's good.
What's that actress's name? No, because I think
Oh,
Catherine
Kate
Hepburn-
Mulgrew
Kate
from Orange is the
Mulgrew,
New
Kate
Black?
Mulgrew, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Is somebody shaking her on that show too?
She actually gets shook a couple times.
Okay, but does she sound like that she's sitting on like
And being shaken.
No, she went Russian for that one, not shaky.
cute? Okay, because if you're supposed to be a captain of a fucking ship,
Yeah.
I need you to not sound like you're
Yes.
frightened. all
So
the fucking
nervous.
time.
Wow.
Right.
She drove me crazy. And then Enterprise is I guess considered. Is it before Next Generation? So it's before the first series. So it's before original, and then Discovery is before.
Discovery's before everything. It's
I don't know what the
apparently.
fuck
This
Discovery
sounds
is.
just as chronologically fucked up as Star Wars. Your point holds no water.
No. Just because it's only because I didn't watch it.
Well, here's what I.
Well, Voyager, I knew because the thing is, like, Next Generation and Deep Space Nine occurred at basically the same time.
Okay, right.
Because O'Brien, because the engineer from the Enterprise came to Deep Space Nine,
Yeah.
and then Worf came to Deep Space Nine,
Right.
And fucking Quark came to Deep Space Nine. So that was at the same timeline, and then Voyager was at the same. Like they were all around the same time, and then I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the point is that you. Wait, what were you going to say?
I want to
Discovery,
complain
I
about
don't-
something. I actually, it's one of those things to say I'm a Star Wars fan who hates Star Trek. That's ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's just one of those things where it's like if you like Star Wars, you feel like you have to dislike Star
Right.
Trek. And do you feel that way about Star Wars? Like being a you don't have any hatred towards Star Wars. You just don't personally.
care.
You don't care. It's
No,
kinda
like when you got like the first time I saw in Jabba the Hutt.
Oh yeah, Jabba the Hutt.
That big thing had that girl chained up,
Yeah, Princess Leia, that girl.
and I was like, "Oh no." Some weird man done wrote this.
Yeah.
Some weird man wrote.
Some weird man.
She actually kills
thinks-
him in a feminist display.
That's cute,
Yeah.
but I really like originally she wasn't gonna kill him. I feel like originally she probably gonna have to fuck him. I feel like somebody, and at the whole point she's chained up.
No, well, I guess well, you know what? You have to
Yeah,
ask
you're
that
right.
question. Why is
Why
she
is she
chained
wearing
up?
that outfit?
Why is she wearing that
you're
outfit?
right.
They're trying to sell her, right?
No, what was happening, Bo?
I have no idea.
I think she was there as a display, because she was on definitely.
They made her put that outfit on and chained her little ass up. The shit wasn't kosher from the get-go.
Sure.
She's supposed to be a princess and shit. The fact that she didn't even have the security written into the damn movie around her to stop her ass from getting captured in the first place.
No. Right,
That I
there's no
have a problem
security.
with.
I'm gonna stick up for Princess Leia because
Where was her security at?
She left her security because she bravely went to go rescue Han Solo, who
No,
was
that bitch
frozen.
ain't brave. She's stupid.
No, she's not stupid. She followed her heart.
That
and
means your security, you ain't got good security. Because if you got good security, they ain't gonna ride with you regardless. So if I say, hey, we're going to get my man, they go, okay, let me get the ship. That means that her security wasn't loyal to her.
What happened to her security? I'll tell you what happened to her security.
Did they die?
All her security got blown up on
And
Alderaan
they're
in the
not good
first movie.
security.
So she didn't have any security.
So
She was outliving her security. She was surpassing her security.
So her security got killed?
I guess you're going to say it wasn't good security.
Of course it wasn't good security.
Well, they didn't. But I would say this. I would say like there are people out there with good security. I'd say Beyonce and Jay-Z have good security. But if
Ain't
someone decides to
nobody
blow
trying
up
to
the
blow up.
Earth,
Listen, but ain't nobody trying to blow up a ship with Beyonce and Jay-Z on it.
I don't
mean,
know about that.
I don't know. We got better things to do.
We do.
There's
Yeah.
better people to kill.
There definitely are, but I'm saying like if we're not just if look, I think that if some parts of Earth got blown up, it'd be like phew, but like but if the whole thing got blown up, like we would be disappointed.
Hold on. Her security was on a planet and the whole planet got blown up?
Yeah.
Yes, Alderaan.
Oh, sustained. They fine.
Yeah, they couldn't. There was
The
nothing
shit
to be
you
done.
was standing on blew up. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
be mad
yeah.
at that.
I'm
Like
glad.
your ocean is gone. Like I can't even be upset.
Yeah, you don't really have a dog in this fight, so
I
who-
don't. Well, so this is why I want to just move on to another. Speaking of outfits, speaking of franchises, I think we've never had a conversation with Dulcé about Drag Race, and Dulcé is a Drag
You're a
Race
Drag Race super
fan.
Listen.
I think we got to shift the conversation. Okay.
When I first moved to LA and I was staying with like a regular person, I made sure that I still saw Drag Race.
Yes.
And thank God to those people. Thank you for the people on YouTube pirating this shit.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, before no, it was still on Logo.
It was on Logo.
When it was on Logo, it was easier to pirate.
Yes.
Right.
When that shit got on VH1, oh man,
God.
lockdown.
Lockdown. You can't find it.
It's a real
anti-piracy
campaign. It's a
team
real
was-
campaign.
yeah.
I had to go like, you know what? Let me pay Amazon
Yeah.
for this season
There you go.
because
You got to see it.
VH1 plays no games. They're
VH1 plays
out
no
here.
games.
I think it's just one person's job.
But
Just
you're
to be-
you're in the Viacom family. I feel like you should just like have the link, the screener link at the ready.
Oh,
We can talk. We have some Viacom people in the back, and we can get.
We can
Dulcé,
arrange that. We'll
some
get
links,
Dulcé
right?
the link.
I
right?
never even thought about that.
We'll get her a bin link. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I wish I could see the show today. I don't have cable.
We recap it for Vulture, so we get the episode like 2 days before, and then we have a mole that tells us who gets
a
eliminated.
Viacom mole, but we cannot.
We
say
will never
their
reveal our
name.
mole, but we always know.
But you always know it's about to get eliminated anyway.
Yeah,
But
because it's always
it kind
pretty
of made
clear.
it less fun though this season, right? And Joel recapped it last season for season 9, and like Joel.
So
would, like,
we can talk about Cameron.
we can
Can we talk about Cameron?
Can we? God, I have never in the history of Drag Race
Where's this going?
been so upset.
Yeah.
That
Wow,
somebody-
really?
Oh, I
Didn't
was not
win?
here. What do you mean didn't win?
Are you pro Cameron or anti Cameron?
I don't think
I am
she
the
seems pro
anti,
Cameron.
anti,
Auntie Cameron.
uncle, cousin,
Wow.
godmother, I'm talking about that hoe had no. I'm not here for her.
Who were we?
sure.
Who did you like?
Listen, now I always have to be here for a plus size queen.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
So I had to have I had to just have Eureka in my heart.
Yes.
Yes, I understand.
And then Asia O'Hara because
Yes.
listen, I think it was very obvious that RuPaul had a soft spot for Asia O'Hara.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when them butterflies,
Oh.
Yeah. When them
Sir, you don't know as
butterflies-
much about this? You're an expert on Red Dwarf, but not RuPaul's Drag Race?
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Everyone's here to learn. But
Oh.
Drag Race at the Montreal Fringe.
There you
Come
go.
on, let's go!
this man's full of surprises.
Yes, full of surprises.
No, I was. Listen,
With
Miss Cra-
Asia, we're talking about Asia.
The butterflies.
I was the butterflies. When that little bracelet didn't open.
Oh.
First of all,
Wouldn't have worked for Nasty or If, but yeah, go.
first, second, there was too much mechanics.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just there was a
Too many technical.
The too many technical. At one point, Cameron's dancing, looking over, like, what is happening?
Yeah.
No.
with Sasha. It was just petals in the glove.
Boom, and like the petals underneath the wig. So that's why All Stars was so great when BB took her wig off.
Yes,
Yes.
it was great.
And
was
Asia was like,
earned.
bitch, ain't nothing in this wig. I'm
Yeah.
talking about you just pulled that little fucking pussycat wig off and was nothing underneath it.
Oh,
yeah,
you're-
Asha said that,
So
yeah, yeah.
Asha said that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
So wait. But that lip sync was a travesty because that was the one that Bendela Cram won, and then she was like, "I'm going home," and that was
Oh.
fixed.
Yeah, that was fixed.
When I just said Ben de la Creme, mother of drag queens, like was just savior of us all.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that shit.
Ben
When Ben
Bendela Christ. Yeah.
Ben de la Christ.
Yeah.
When Bendela went home, I was just like, you, what?
Yeah.
I was literally in my house going, heifer.
Yeah.
How dare you? Because what you did, is you slapped everybody else in the face.
Straight up.
You disrespected the competition. You disrespected RuPaul because we all knew she was going to fucking win. And for somebody who sits up whining all the damn time about how she wants to be seen as a specific type of performer
Yeah.
and wants her drag to be seen, your drag was winning.
Her drag was winning, and then she put an asterisk on the person who did win, right? Like on the name of the person who did
It
win.
makes it weird for Trixie. Well,
It makes
a
it weird
lot
for
of things makes it weird for Trixie
Trixie
Mattel that
Mattel.
she won. But like, it's kind of feels weird because it's like, yes, you did win, but Ben de la Creme also didn't
But
compete.
would've
also,
won.
it's you let Morgan McMichael spook you. And we all knew that she was not going to stay.
No.
That's why she got kicked out the first round in the first place.
Well, Joel was saying this, like Ben de la Creme, she's not this altruistic person by throwing a fucking grenade back into the competition
No.
with Morgan.
No.
I have tea about who's on the All Stars forecast.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
guys
Matt
want to
has
know?
tea. Do people want to know?
Come on, on.
Viacom! My Comedy Central friends in the back are like, oh, bitch.
They're
Well,
nodding,
these are all
they're
just, of
nodding.
course, unsubstantiated rumors.
I mean, you don't work for VH1, so
And also,
They
no
said
one
run it.
knows. They don't know who I'm talking to, as I say all your names. Okay, wait. I'm just going to try to remember it off the top of my head. We have...
We've got...
I also don't know who these people are. So
no,
I'm
but
excited.
how many seasons have you watched? Several?
You're saying All Stars.
All Stars 4.
Oh, go.
Trinity Taylor is on it. Are we a Trinity fan?
Oh, the one with the butt implants. Yes.
Yes.
She's from the South. I got her. Yeah.
Valentina.
Valentina.
Valentina will return.
I'd like to keep it on. Thank
Yes,
you.
Yes.
Jocelyn Fox.
No, Jocelyn Fox is not on
What?
it. No,
Good.
I told you she was dismissed. She was not. She did not make the cut.
Good.
Decoy.
Gia Gunn.
Gia Gunn.
Ooh, the boom boom gun. You know that giant purse that she has when she walks in?
Yes.
Fresh tilapia.
So I was at Fresh Tilapia. I was at, I think it was the first RuPaul's Drag Con in LA when it was still on Logo. She had a booth where she was the guy who makes those purses was selling them at the booth. So it's not as
to scale?
big.
Okay, small.
It's a little bit, it's more manageable. But it's still a hula hoop.
It's a hoop.
Yeah, it's a big ass.
With a
hoop
purse
purse.
in it.
Yeah.
And so I get to the booth and I'm just like, ooh, let me get this bag in black. And this girl, I see her over there. She's on her phone with her card in her hand. And she's like, well, you know, she's trying to get the bag. And I said, well, what's going on? Because if I see you standing there at a booth with your card and your phone in your hand, your card ain't working.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's going on with it? She's like, oh, girl, her card ain't working. We're just going to see what happens. And I said, my card ain't going to get declined. And she just went, sorry, girl. Took my card and swiped that bitch. I got that bag right in front of that damn girl.
Oh my God.
Also, can't get it on a plane. So
No. You know, so many of the things that they
It's
bring, I'm like,
still
how the
on-
fuck did you fit that on that plane?
How?
yeah, I
have-
mean, you can't check that bag. It's too precious to me.
Here's the list. I'm just going to go through it. Manila Luzon and Latrice Royale.
Yes.
Both back from All Stars
First
1.
one, yeah.
Okay. I met Manila. She's so great.
Yeah, Manila is cool. Gia Gunn, I said. Naomi Smalls.
Yes.
Valentina and Trinity Taylor, yes. Pheromone.
Yeah. I love
Oh.
Farrah.
Ooh.
Monique Hart. Liv
Okay,
from
okay,
Monique Hart.
okay.
Monet Exchange.
Yes.
And the gag. Jasmine Masters.
Gross.
She's on All
I
Stars 4.
can't believe they brought her back.
She's on All
She
Stars
shit
4.
on the show so much.
And Shangela.
Honestly, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm guessing you were a Shangela fan, as we all were.
I mean, hallelujah.
Holly Lou.
Popcorn for the children. Like, Shangela, first of all, do you ever see her and Jennifer Lewis are friends now?
Yeah, they're friends IRL, yeah.
Yeah.
And their videos together
Yeah.
are hilarious.
Shangela, I actually legitimately laugh every time she says Hallelujah. I think
funny.
it's funny.
so funny.
I met her in a NACA. She's very sweet.
Yeah.
She was on Fire Island the same time we were, and she was just like chilling. She was just like,
Tell me about this Fire Island. I don't feel like I've ever
my
seen.
God.
I don't even think it comes up in straight people's maps.
No, it's
It does.
This is a common misconception. I'm from Long Island, so I can tell you it is mostly a straight
people.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on Long Island.
It's
on
off.
Long Island.
I guess it's off Long
It's
Island.
a strip of land off Long Island. You take a ferry. It's about 25 minutes.
Well, 45.
So it's an island.
It's an island.
It's an
yeah.
island. It's an adjacent island to the island of
Yeah.
Long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
cute.
it's cute.
It's cute. Gay things happen there in certain parts, and a lot of straight nightmare happens on the whole other parts. Like, you remember the show The Jersey Shore? Like, that's the whole rest of Long Island.
yeah.
Like, it's very and like that. And then there's
So
the
a
gay
bunch of
parts.
dudes that would hit on me and act like they don't want to sleep with me.
There, I mean,
Oh,
come on.
same, though. Same. Yeah.
Same campaign.
But it's fun. And then like this acid trip like opened it up for me. I was like, oh, this is not. It's not about like hooking up with people. It was just I don't know. It was great.
it's not about sexy time. It's about the universe.
It's about the universe, and it was about seeing everything in like 3 refracted overlays. It was amazing.
Really? That happens?
It was beautiful. The floor started moving. It was gorgeous.
Who here has done acid?
Yeah, who's done acid? Anyone?
Joel.
Just Joel.
Is this conversation making you want to do acid? It is?
So-
You guys are
No.
super fun.
We've got a couple people who are just like, no,
No,
like,
huh?
we're not.
So
You guys
you're
know?
saying the floor became lava.
No. The floor was just like, the light was percolating out of the floor. It was just like red, blues, greens, yellows, just like flashing. It's
feel like
a
this
glittery floor.
Sounds like a nightmare.
It was gorgeous. Anyway.
It's like an interior designer's trying to kill you.
Yeah. Totally.
Look at this floor. Look at these 3 identical vases that all fit. Yeah, it sounds like an interior designer.
yeah,
Lost his fucking mind.
Yes, that's what it was.
Am I
don't
going to
have
get in
anything
a
to
lot
add.
of trouble for announcing that All-Stars forecast? Am I going to get murdered?
Comedy Central's saying no. That is legal.
Oh, no.
That is legal
Listen,
protection.
RuPaul is scary.
I met RuPaul at the show. RuPaul came on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
talk
God.
about
Right,
this.
right, yeah.
And we were trying to like do like stuff online with RuPaul and whatever. And we're like, we can't get any confirmation back. And RuPaul was like, no, I'm not going to do anything. Because I think like just wanted to come in, do her thing, and then leave.
Sure.
And when she comes in, she's not talking to anybody. And which is crazy is that RuPaul was on the show and then the Parkland kids were on the show at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, who booked this? This is very odd.
Did they
Yeah,
at least
that's a
get to
weird one.
interact? It was, I don't know.
They didn't get to interact.
Okay, then. what
And
the
then
fuck?
RuPaul did the interview and came back out and was walking out. So when RuPaul had her talk show, it was in the same studio.
Oh.
right.
As
And
the
she-
Daily Show shoots in now?
And as she's in now. And she walks out, she's like, oh, we used to shoot in the studio. Basically, this is the thing I want to say to you, so we don't engage. So she goes out, but she was very in and very out very quick.
Sure.
So it's like, if you're busy, the guests always don't have time to talk to us.
Uh-huh.
No.
So I was like, oh, she's probably busy or whatever. So it's just a pop in and pop out. But like me and all the gay boys at work were like just sliding down the wall
Yeah.
because we couldn't meet RuPaul.
And you didn't get the chance to...
Couldn't talk to her, couldn't take pictures, anything.
It'll happen. You'll be a,
She just
you'll be a
was
guest
boom, boom.
judge.
Yeah, you should be a guest judge.
Well, we're trying to figure out, I'm trying to see if there can be a guest judge.
Yes.
Oh, my
absolutely.
Or maybe I can meet her at the Emmys. So
Oh my God. You
Oh,
and-
yes, when you go
Yes,
to the Emmys.
There you go. You and Ronnie should be little guest judges. I feel like Ronnie would be great.
Oh yeah, Ronnie would be great.
Ronnie would
Don't
be
understand what's happening here.
What's happening here? Oh my God. Ronnie Chang. Ronnie Chang.
Ronnie J. You look great. Everything's great. I love capitalism. He will do not ask Ronnie Chang about capitalism.
Oh, my God. I don't know
need
when I
it.
ever would.
He'll get like free stuff all the time. He just goes, yeah, man, just love capitalism. I'm like, good morning, Ronnie, at home.
Oh my God, that's just him trying to like cover up for the fact that his parents escaped communism or something like the rest of us. Like if the rest of us.
I mean,
Chinese
but if my
Americans-
parents, if my parents escaped communism, I probably would like capitalism.
Yeah, well, they're whatever. Fine.
It's like, oh, we're not getting killed and oppressed anymore. Let me buy this McDonald's. Like, I get it.
And then we're gonna get killed and oppressed by capitalism itself. Anyway,
Well,
Listen,
don't ask Meghan McCain about socialism.
Don't ask who?
Meghan McCain
Do
about
you,
socialism.
you ever watch The View?
They got into it on The View this week. Meghan McCain was just freaking out at the idea that socialists were going to come after her inherited wealth. And anyway, it was the whole thing. Joy Behar.
The View is the biggest drag show on television.
It is. Meghan McCain was like, name one country where socialism has worked. And then Joy Behar's just like, Finland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden. And then she got
Australia,
Yeah.
Canada.
Like everyone.
A lot of the social stuff that we have here.
Right. Like social security.
Public school,
So yeah, like
public transportation.
She's an idiot.
I think she's a robot who can only say, my father, my father, my father, my father, my father. That's I think Meghan McCain is like malfunctioning
And then when
at
those
all
women
times.
get married, it
Yeah.
just becomes my husband, my husband, which is the dream. Yes, the dream. Oh man, I can't wait to be one of those women who starts every sentence with my husband and everything I own is monogrammed.
the
What a
Dulcé
dream.
Sloan monogram. We can't.
I want
wait.
to say
man.
my husband and my plastic surgeon.
There you
Oh
go.
man, I have been talked out of getting my lips done recently
Don't
What-
do that. They're
why?
good.
They're
because they're
beautiful.
so little.
No, I like
No, why you need that? No.
Are there might be some injections
My manager
that are
cussed
temporary.
at me.
Oh my god!
He's a very sweet man.
But he cursed.
He's not here because his wife is about to have their first baby.
My wife.
I've never met a man who wanted to get married so bad and be a dad so bad. Like he would just see, like we would be out somewhere and he would see like somebody just with their kid and he's like, oh, like, you know, he'd ask him about the baby carriage that they were in or the stroller. And he's like, oh, yeah, I can get that for my kid. And I was like, you are adorable. And the man cussed at me. So he's a very sweet man.
He feels strongly about
He
it.
does. He unleashed.
And I was like, because we were in the car, we're going to a meeting, and I was like, I got to tell you something. He's like, what? He's like, I think I'm going to give my lips. And he goes, fucking no, hell no. You're not doing it. You're going to fuck your face up. And I was like, I need you to relax.
Wow. De-escalate that. Okay.
He was very not happy.
Now he's a
with the
parent
idea.
and he's like his parental instincts have kicked in, so he talked to you like a daughter. You're absolutely not getting your lips done.
Yeah.
No daughter of mine.
Gorgeous. Okay, I think it's time. We're about to wrap up, but we can't end this show, this live podcast recording without a round of I don't think so, honey.
Yes.
So,
And again, we are going to do it again this evening at 8:30 on the Loto Quebec stage. It's outside.
That was good, that was
It's
good.
Is that okay? Is it
was-
Loto Quebec?
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I sound like a robot. But come, because if you guys don't come, it's going to be a lot of like kids
Who are going to have to listen to us.
Listen.
who are going to have to listen to anal sex jokes from Joke and Booster.
Don't feel bad about your French, because French sounds like a baby talking backwards.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Think about it. Where it's like,
I like that.
baby talking backwards.
I love it. Do you want to go first or should I?
I think you have something solid. I think
I have
you
something
should go.
solid.
You should go first.
So look forward to Bowen Yang's.
Me fucking
All right,
bombing. This
here we
is
go.
Matt Rogers' I don't think
stand,
so.
why
He
not?
will stand for this, and his time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. When you have shitty, plain seat reclining etiquette. Ooh. When I'm sitting there and I find that you are in my lap, fuck you. That is disrespectful. And then you're gonna have to put me in the position of saying, excuse me, I have no personal space.
Yeah.
If you are not my baby, you should not be in my fucking lap. And I can't afford a baby because I paid $30 for in-flight Wi-Fi, and now I can't use my in-flight Wi-Fi because my computer is fucking crushed
30
because of
seconds.
you, Chuck, which is almost guaranteed your name, because you are always an older white gentleman.
Oh,
He could be a nice.
Here's the problem. You cannot just lay in my lap willy-nilly unless you are one of the Chris's named Hemsworth, Pratt,
15 seconds.
Pine, etc. Also, I don't think so, honey, that I have to pay for Wi-Fi on the plane. If I bought a seat on the plane,
5
Wi-Fi
seconds.
should be like water. It should be for everyone. Why Wi-Fi should be for everyone? I don't think so, honey. These planes!
And that's
the
1
shit that happens
minute.
on them.
Wow. Gorgeous.
It's so ridiculous to be like when the second the guy says, you can now recline and it's koosh, and you're like, come on.
Koosh. Yeah.
Some of them are too close, and then like, I don't know what it was about the screen on the plane, but I was like leaned back, you know, the inch that they give you.
Yes.
And the dude behind me, I thought he was kicking the seat because he was pushing the screen
So hard.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, that's the
hard.
thing.
That's an
And eventually I just
insecurity I
went,
have.
sir. Like,
And it's like you
and then I
have to
realized,
react
you know
like
what?
that.
You have no idea what I'm yelling at you for.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think I
This
got
is
something.
Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. His time will begin now.
I don't think so, honey. Quebecois bees. The bees here are out of control. We were eating at St. Hubert yesterday. I was enjoying a piri-piri rotisserie chicken. And Joel came by, and then Joel ordered like a sangria, and I guess the sucrose attracted the bees, and they started swarming all around us. I tried to be a hero, and I tried to be a good guy with a gun and kill the bee. I tried to swat it away. The bee did not perish, kept harassing us,
30
and then
seconds.
brought its brethren to come and harass us. And I said I had to call over the nice Quebecois waitress and say, we need to move inside. This is out of control. You need to take care of this.
15 seconds.
You need to take care of this. And I mean, I'm glad they're going extinct.
No.
Because what?
5 seconds.
We
cool.
can make honey from agave?
And that's 1 minute.
That's it. Wow.
I just want to
stand by that.
describe. I want to describe Bowen Yang's technique of killing this bee.
Yeah.
It was to take I don't know. What did you have?
I took it like a cocktail menu.
like a cocktail menu and swipe sideways across the table, which, like many tables at restaurants, has shit on it. So he's just like, the bee's here, and he's like, push, and like a lot of the glasses get hit. Like they didn't fully break, but I was like, that was ridiculous.
I almost got him.
You were driven mad by the fear.
I almost got him. But Joel was scared, and Joel genuinely had the
You
fear
were
of
really scared, Joel.
God in his eyes, and I had to kill
Joel,
him.
are you allergic?
He said maybe. Oh, we
I like that.
We can't have the bees biting Joel.
No, it can't be a my girl situation. Okay, this is.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, that would be so
Dulcé
sad.
Sloan. This is Dulcé Sloan's I Don't Think So, Honey.
I mean, bees are gang members.
Joel
Bees are
is the
gay.
original Anna Klumsky.
Oh, fun fact. Every bee you've ever seen is female.
Oh.
Because in a hive mentality, it's like bees, ants, termites.
Right.
It has to be female so they work together.
And all the
Where do the
males
male
tend to
bees
the
go?
queen. The males tend to the queen.
There's only males around the queen to just get her knocked up and make more bees.
There you go.
And then when they don't need them anymore, they kill them.
We're queen.
I love that. Matriarchal societies.
Thank you, PBS. Thank you.
Thank you, PBS. Right brain,
PBS.
left brain,
Thank
something.
you. Okay, great. This is Dulcé Sloan's I Don't Think So, Honey. Her time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. White men trying to destroy me. What the fuck? All I do is exist as a fat black woman in this world. Why do you need me to be fired from every job I've ever had?
Damn.
Why am I being harassed by rednecks on a variety list?
Yep.
What the fuck is going on? Some ridiculous southern redneck. No, and this thing is, I'm not gonna call him a redneck because rednecks have a little bit of class and they're a little bit like
30
niggas.
seconds.
They love fat chicks, love big cars, they love rap music. I fuck with rednecks. I don't know what the fuck this was.
The Southern Mama.
Southern mom, this bitch tried to come for me, and I'm telling you, I don't know we don't pray to the same God because he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
15 seconds?
Because I know the God that I serve, and I very much prayed yesterday for the arrows of the enemy to be sent back to the sender, and every evil thing that motherfucker did to me yesterday came back on his ass, and he imploded his career. And when I tell you the bomb,
Keep going.
Keep going.
the bomb that bitch had, when I tell you Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Pearl Harbor had nothing on the bomb
The bomb was real.
that this dirty-haired bitch had yesterday.
Yes, it was a bomb.
And also, I did not know that people hated bootcut jeans so much. That's Twitter's main problem with this man.
Yeah.
Is these fucking bootcut jeans and Amanda Seals IG stories. Yes, that man. Oh, and after his bomb, after he said something racist and homophobic, he
Yep.
came past me, called me precious. Let me tell you what we not gonna do.
Fuck that.
No.
Now, like I said, if it was not for the beautiful Hebrew hair like wool Jesus, I would have dragged this bitch out of existence because I did not realize what was happening to me.
Yes.
No, yeah.
No. Who
When
could've?
this hateful man walked past me and said, I did a good job, Precious. Now you're Southern.
No!
So, you're Southern. So I've heard that word before. And we were standing outside, I was smoking a Newport, and I was like, wait a minute. This bitch called me. I was standing next to Amanda Seals.
Oh my God.
I said, hey girl, hold my bag right quick. This is already after Chris Reddy cussed him out. Because he was sitting inside at the bar waiting for everybody to leave. Because he got booed by industry yesterday.
We were there.
We were
there
with the industry,
screaming.
and all of us, they were like, what's going on? We were like, this fucking guy at the panel called
Just
Deuce.
booed. Now, mind you, we all did an amazing job.
Yes,
Yes,
you did.
And
yes.
people are going to be
Each
talking
and every
about
one.
what this whole motherfucker did yesterday. And when I mean hoe, I don't mean it's not a shaming of anybody who likes to get it in. When I say hoe, I mean a motherfucker that has sold himself to the lowest common denominator. That's what I mean when I say hoe. When I say weak, you are selling a campaign that a lot of Southern white folks have worked very hard to let the rest of the country know this is not how we think. And you were upset because you thought that you were not going to be accepted because of your identity, but all you did was shit on my identity, Joel's identity, everybody else's identity on that show, when all you had to do was shut the fuck up and take that bomb. So you gonna turn around and go, oh, well, because of the other people on the show? No, bitch. You had an attitude the day before.
Yes.
When you were at the award ceremony, you didn't want to take pictures with none of us.
Wow, that happened too?
Yep. Joel, am I wrong? He didn't want to stand on the stage with us.
That's insane.
Well, there you go. He
There you
showed
go.
himself.
So you run around being Southern mama and you ended up being a fucking Alabama racist, homophobic person that people have had to say, we are not like this. This is not everybody down here. And you done hopped up and brought your ass out the country to lose your entire career. Praise God.
And that's 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
We live.
Dulcé Sloan, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming. Give it up for Dulcé. My name is Bowen Yang.
I'm Matt Rogers. Thank you so much. Come out tonight at 8:30 on the outdoor stage.
Yeah.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram